What's up, I'm Sierra LaFay. Welcome to my channel, and in this video I wanted to go over some of the heat trained hair mistakes that I've actually been making. I'm constantly learning and trying to teach myself the best ways to care for heat trained hair, and because I am not a professional, I only really do trial and error for the most part. I recently came across two YouTubers who are actually professional hairstylists that have their own channels, and they know a lot about natural hair and caring for it with heat. So I've been binge watching them. I'm going to leave their channels linked down below, but I've learned so much. In fact, I've learned that some of the stuff that I've been taught by other YouTubers that aren't professionals is actually not what I should have been doing. So I just wanted to get on here, explain to you guys some of the things that I've recently learned, and then you can let me know if you've been making any of these hair mistakes as well. Pero bueno, nada más a decir. Pero vamos a empezar. Alright, so one of the first mistakes I've been making comes to when I wash my hair. What I usually do is just wash my scalp, and then once I rinse the shampoo from my scalp, I just let the shampoo kind of run down the strands of my hair. But when you are applying heat to the hair, you should also be washing the strands of your hair. You should still be using a moisturizing shampoo. Once a month, you should use a clarifying shampoo to really get everything cleaned out. But you should be shampooing your strands as well, because if you put heat on dirty hair, it's going to further damage it. And at the moment, my favorite shampoo is the oil flex shampoo. Surprisingly, I know a lot of people say that they can live without it, but for me, I definitely notice a difference when I use oil flex shampoo as opposed to just the normal drugstore shampoo. Right, the next thing I learned kind of piggybacks off of the scalp, but it's the importance of having a clean scalp. It's very important for you to make sure that you're cleansing your scalp, not letting months go before you wash it, because a lot of people believe, and I'm sure for some people, when you have a dirty scalp, it feels like your hair grows longer, you were able to retain more length or whatever. But if you are trying to really grow and maintain healthy hair, the healthy hair needs to come out of a scalp that is clean. And when you have your scalp being blocked by dead skin and oil and all of that stuff, it's going to be hard for your hair to really grow as effectively. I usually break this rule when I have a protective style, and I just always figured that, I mean, a clean scalp didn't really necessarily matter, because I really got into the hype that actually a dirty scalp. But for me personally, I never saw that my hair was growing any faster just because I didn't wash it for months at a time. I saw that my hair would retain more length when I would leave it alone, like still care for it for the most part, but kind of let it just be. If you guys have been watching some of my recent videos, I had mentioned that I got tea tree oil to help with clarifying my scalp a little bit, because tea tree oil helps to kill bacteria. You just have to make sure that you mix it with the oil like avocado, coconut, just the carrier oil, because tea tree oil by itself is going to be too heavy to put on the scalp itself. But doing that like twice a week not only helps to clarify your scalp, but also to help promote hair growth, especially when you put a little peppermint oil in there, and then the Camille Rose growth serum. Oh, that is my favorite concoction right now, and I've seen a lot of growth just putting that on my hair weekly. All right, so this next mistake is a mistake I'm actually still making, and that is not knowing your hair's porosity. By knowing your hair's porosity, you're able to narrow down exactly which products you should be using for your hair type, so you don't have to go and try to experiment with a whole bunch of different things thinking that one thing may work for you, but at the end of the day, it's not even penetrating through your hair shaft so that your hair can really get the benefits of what you're trying to do to it. So I know there's like at-home tests and little DIY things you can do to try to figure out your hair's porosity, but I've also heard that a lot of those things aren't really accurate. So the next time that I go to my main stylist, who is the stylist who does my trims and my keratin treatments, I'm going to ask him what my hair's porosity is. And then once I learn my hair's porosity, I'm definitely going to do a lot of videos focused on the best products and things for my particular hair porosity type, just in case you have that same porosity as well. And then we'll even see if I notice better results in length retention and just the health of my hair with using products that are specific towards my hair porosity's level. This next thing is more of a mistake I've been making more so recently. When I first started my channel, I did not make this mistake, really, but it is not drinking enough water. At the end of the day, your hair thrives on water, and your body itself thrives on water. So you really want to see a difference in your hair. You can get all the products you want, you can do all the treatments you want, but unless you are taking care of your body from the inside out, you're not really going to see much of a difference happening in your hair when your vital organs need to be taken care of first. I mentioned in a video that I wanted to experiment with drinking like a gallon of water a day for a month to see how that has effects on my hair growth. Might not do a gallon of water a day for a month, but I may do a half a gallon of water. But let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a video like that, just about seeing how much the amount of water actually correlates with your hair growth. If so, just leave a comment down and I'll get that video started for you guys. All right, and this last little mistake that I've made, I actually noticed this in my latest How to Heat Train Hair, which I filmed last year, and I'm actually going to update that because I have some new ways that I have been heat training my hair. So as soon as I get this sewing out, I actually have to get another one put in for photos, but once I get that one out, I will be doing an updated How to Heat Train Your Hair. But a mistake that I had noticed in that video, which I knew better, but I don't know why, I was just going too fast, I guess, is that when you are flat ironing your hair and you take each section to flat iron it, you always want to make sure you comb it out first and then you run the flat iron through it. If you simply just pick up your hair, run the flat iron through it, what you're going to do is end up crushing a lot of your hair that hasn't been properly separated, and that's going to cause damage. It's going to cause single strand knots, and then you're going to find that you have to run the flat iron through it more than once because your hair wasn't properly separated so that the heat can be evenly distributed throughout. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys the video I was referring to where I was doing an update on heat training my hair. You can see that I'm literally just taking the flat iron and running it through each section. I was drinking my water though, so good for me on that. But the results I got from this came out really nice, but I would have gotten even better results if I took the time just to comb out each section. So an example I'm talking about is right here. You can see I actually ended up flat ironing this piece first and then combing it out, but what I should have done is do exactly that, comb it out a few times, then run a flat iron right on top. So if you take a comb or do the chasing method, I'm too clumsy for the chasing method, but by simply just separating the hair with a comb, and you want to make sure like the teeth are kind of close together so that way you can really get the hair separated, and then flat ironing right on top, you're going to minimize the amount of heat you need to put on your hair, and you're going to minimize it getting damaged. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've been making any of these heat trained hair mistakes or any other mistakes that you have recently learned that you were doing that you have now corrected. I'm probably sure I make some other heat trained hair mistakes that I'm unaware of, so if you guys have noticed anything, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and if I begin to notice more things, I'll definitely do a part 2 to this video. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and until the next one, ciao.
I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting.